Welcome to Thinking Outside the Soil with your host, Shani Alfalfaseed, where we get to talk story and touch on topics about hydroponics and the farmers who grow the crops and creatures we need to eat. Good morning, and happy Aloha Friday from Blooming Health Farms. Thank you for being with me on this beautiful morning. We are down a few adult hens here at Alfalfaseed, but up quite a few chicks. Check out our last episode talking about how we got some free chicks. We're super grateful for those out there that are doing what they do, and we can help you move forward in how we do. And today I was thinking about some of the things that have been going on recently. We have a new 3D printer. Rather, we have a 3D printer that we just recently set up. It's been sitting on our shelf collecting dust for a little bit. We 3D print a sprouting lid for a mason jar. So if you've ever sprouted at the small scale before, you likely know that it is a really great way to get a healthy, wholesome feed for both either your flock or even yourself. So in the journey of becoming Blooming Health Farms, we originally got our start with sprouts. We wanted to get our farm off the ground, and we had a lot of success early on with microgreens and sprouts, and we kept coming back to the farmers market with this really awesome blend of sprouts, and those sprouts have later led us to feeding out sprouts to our feathered friends and for other farmers to be able to take advantage of some of those things. We have been building more sprouting kits. We built our first sprouting kits, like many of you out there may have. So I'm curious how many of you have made a sprouting kit yourself or had tried to sprout yourself. So have you ever used like cheesecloth or window screen material, and you put it over the top of the jar, you fill it full of seed first, and then you put the screen on the jar and fill it full of water and let the seed soak up. And then when they're done, you can turn the jar upside down and the water will drain out and the seeds will stay. Well, we did that a lot, and somewhere along the way, we came up with a 3D design that we found online and slightly modified. And then our chairman of Blooming Health Farms is also a executive director of a makerspace over in Loveland, Colorado called the Creator Space. And he printed our first prototypes of 3D printing, and we were able to do a lot of our original manufacturing there. Well, now that we've had a lot more success with sprouting for our flock, these sprouting lids are starting to take off. So we have recognized the need to put this manufacturing in our own location. So we invested in a 3D printer, and we recently got it set up and calibrated, and it was really great. The first few moments of trying to get things to print properly were a bit frustrating, but after a few test prints, we got it sorted out. And yesterday, I got our youth Kwani to print his first 3D printed thing. So we printed a whistle, which is a pre-programmed design that comes with our printer, and it only takes less than 30 minutes to get a print. Super simple, and it's a functional whistle. So he got to see something simple and got himself a quick win. So with this, we are now able to increase our production of our 3D printing lids so that you can get some of these and sprout for your flock. So if you go to the links below or to bloominghealthfarms.com and go to our online shop, you can get yourself one of these 3D printed sprouting lids. And it's really great because you don't have to make your own anymore, and you don't have to worry about cutting out the screens or throwing away cheesecloth after it gets worn over and over and over again. These are great. They just simply screw on. They go into the dishwasher. And the other fantastic thing about it is They are made from bioplastics known as polylactic acid, or PLA. So these are plastics made from plant-based materials. This one is 100% plant-based filament that we're using. The filament is just a fancy word for the plastic string that goes into the machine that makes the thing we're trying to make. So we are excited to be able to move some of this forward in-house and control our production a little bit more. So get yourself one of our 3D printed sprouting lids by getting yourself the lid alone, or even better, get yourself one of our Blooming Health Farms sprouting kits. And these kits are procured and put together by the at-risk youth that we've had stick around, and they get a commission from the sales of this. So we're able to teach kids how to grow food, and you get to help us grow the people that grow our food. So get one of those sprouting lids and or kits today. If you're interested in learning how to sprout for your flock, there is a chapter in my book, Thinking Outside the Soil, which covers how to sprout with our Blooming Health Farms sprouting kit. So go to thinkingoutsidethesoil.com, get yourself a copy of my book and the sprouting kit as well. And that is all I have for us on this gorgeous day. Thank you for being with me on today's show, and join us again for another episode of Thinking Outside the Soil. Take care and have a lovely day. Hey, before you go, check out the links below, and if you'd be so kind as to leave a rating and review and follow the show. For those with feathered friends, don't forget to get yourself some of our Blooming Health Farms Chicken Blend Sprouting Mix. This supplemental mix has been shown to give you some of the best eggs with the yummiest yolks. You'll have happy, healthy hens that abandon the feeder and give you eggs with high levels of vitamin A and omega fatty acids. So don't forget to get yourself some Blooming Health Farms Chicken Blend Sprouting Mix.